Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hot Rod Dad channel. Glad you came, hope you stay. If you haven't already, hit the big thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Today, I'm in a little town of Livingston, Tennessee. Well, and I drove down here to eat at the Steel Coop, which is right down there. Great little restaurant. If you ever find yourself in this neck of the woods, check it out. Coincidentally, it just happens to be their monthly cruise-in over there around the town square. So I'm gonna head over here and check out some cool cars and trucks over here. So let's see what we can find. Beautiful little town square. It's just a little small town, and right over here I guess is the old courthouse. Right over there is the old bank. This was the old hardware store at one time. First thing that caught my eye over here is this little Chevy truck. It's a 3100. This is this body style was 47 to 53. It has the vent windows and it has the turn down door handles, so that should put it at about 1951. Great patina on this truck. I'm going to guess that this is on an S10 chassis. That looks like a S10 steering column and steering wheel. And the bed floor is raised up in the back right here, which is common to those S10 swap trucks. Got a great stance on it. Nice set of American racing mags on it. Great little Chevy too right here. Little Falcon. I love this red and white interior. Over here we've got a 32 Ford pickup. Can peek right in through the hood louvers right there, and it's got their old flathead engine in it. I don't know if it's original to this truck, but it does have a flathead in it. Y'all, I first seen this Rambler back earlier this summer. This car is bad to the bone. I love this thing. This your car, sir?
It is.
Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure.
What is your name?
Stacy Maynard.
Hey, Stacy. Tell us all about this Rambler.
It's a 1966 Rambler classic wagon. When I bought the car, it was a running, driving 6-cylinder automatic car, had a 232.6 in it, and was looking for something to build that was a little unusual and different. And
well, it is both.
I couldn't find anything much more unusual than this. So anyway, it has a full rectangular tube chassis, Corvette front and rear suspension, so 418-inch LS3, all forged inside, twin turbos. It will get out of its own way.
I imagine it will. So did you do all the work yourself?
I did 100% of the work myself.
That is awesome. Outstanding. Y'all, twin turbos on this bad boy. Very sanitary. Looks like you got some custom-made inner fenders there and firewall too. So what about the body? Did you have to do much to the body on it?
The outer body was actually in pretty good condition. The floors and the firewall were very rusty when I bought the car. So I literally cut everything out of the car from the radiator support to the tailgate and had to rebuild all the floors and transmission tunnel and everything back in it.
So the entire floor was
Yes.
was gone in pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
There were some small holes.
Just big enough to throw a cat through.
Yeah, yeah. It was a Flintstone car.
Awesome car, sir. This is the coolest grocery getter in any parking lots you go to, I imagine.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling us about your car,
Yes.
sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Nice long wheelbase right here. Square body. Scottsdale trim package on this one. Oh, I'm liking this little black Chevy pickup right here.
About 4 years. And in the next 4 years,
That is some gorgeous, shiny black paint on it.
we had drum space, keys, lead, and she sang. And for about the last year,
Here's a little ratty rat pickup right here. This is a Model A. It looks to be cut down from a sedan, probably a 4-door, I would say. You can see right here where it's been welded up. That was done a lot back in the Depression era, and that was due to the fact that trucks got more gas rationed to them than cars. Because people use trucks to work with, they got more gas. Great little venue for a cruise in. Love all these old buildings around here. Here's an Olds 442. A lot of people thinks that that 442 is the displacement of the engine. It is not. It was a trim package on these cars, and that was, let me see if I can remember, it was 4-barrel 4-speed dual exhaust, I believe is what that referred to. I want to show you a really interesting little tidbit about downtown Livingston. I don't know why this is on display in the front of this storefront, if it has any significance to Livingston, but right here in this storefront is only one I've ever seen. That is an original iron lung. That's a fascinating little tidbit of history right there. Y'all, I'm going to show you a car you don't see every day right here. This is AMC Marlin. Little bitty trunk door on this thing. Who belongs to the Marlin here?
It's me, sir.
That's yours?
Yes, sir.
What's your name, sir?
Dwayne Hamlet.
Dwayne, good to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about this thing.
Well, sir, it's a 1965 Marlinrambler. It was only made for 3 years. 66, 65, 66, and 67. This one here is the first run off the line as of the 65 model. It was advertised as the businessman's coupe.
Okay.
Yeah, and the body lines of it, people look at it and it's really odd because with the trunk shut, it looks like a Barracuda.
Yes.
Or a 66 Charger. So it's been mistaken more than once. I've been asked, is this a Charger? No, it's a Marlinrambler. So people's like, who even makes that? They're very odd because they're not in this area. They're not very common at all.
I've only seen one other at car shows recently.
And it's an odd bird. So, and of course you look at the body lines of it in the front, it kind of resembles an old Chevy. Another odd peculiar thing about the AMC, if you look at the engine, it looks like a Chevy 327, but it is not. It is an actual AMC designed 327.
Okay.
This is what holds the valve cover pans on.
Yeah.
2 wing nuts. So that's, and the car intrigued me when I bought it because I'd never seen one in person myself. Because
So-
they are very odd.
You said it was a 327?
It is an AMC 327,
Okay.
and it's an automatic. They did come out with a 4-speed car. And another odd thing about the AMC Marlinrambler is that they had enclosed drive shafts.
Okay.
So everything underneath is all enclosed.
So it's got like a torque
Yes.
tube, yeah.
Yep. And like I said, in the front, you look at it, it kind of resembles a Chevy. I mean, the nose clip does. But the people that I talk to that have Ramblers, like this station wagon over here, it is a Rambler. Same grille, same fenders. All they did was change the chrome so they could keep the design going and use the parts over, but they would just redesign them, just tweak them a little bit, like with chrome and stuff. So, you know, that one over there compared to this one, it's the same fender, but instead of the chrome on the top, they just put it down the side, and they use the same fenders because the AMC was never really a mainline car. It's like Chevy, Ford, and Dodge. So they done whatever they could to do, you know, to keep the product going, but unfortunately, it just didn't. This design of the car didn't make it long. So then they came out with the Javelin, and that was with their first pony car. So, but the interior, it's really funky. It matches the car. I mean, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think those inserts are original to the car.
No, it's not original to the car. But I mean, even the headliner matches the inserts.
Looks like you've got some period correct Krager SS's on it.
Yep. That's for sure. And it's a driver. We have drove the far out of it. The owner that I bought it from, he drove the far out of it.
That's what they're for.
And something like this right here, it's odd. And parts for them, you know, they're
hard
obsolete.
to find. Yeah.
Yeah, search and find and grind and pay an arm and a leg for them. But we enjoy the car. My 2 daughters enjoy the car with us.
That's awesome.
So,
Great car, sir. Thank you so much for telling us about it.
thank you very much, sir. I appreciate your time.
There's a 1928 Plymouth right here. Been updated with a small block Chevy V8. Otherwise, it looks like it's pretty stock on the body. Y'all, I'm going to show you a true blue American hot rod right here. This is hot rodded the way they used to do it way back when. In fact, this looks like a Survivor hot rod. This is a 1929 Model A Ford Roadster body. It's sitting atop a 32 Ford frame. It's got a small block Chevy engine in there. It looks like probably a 283 or a 327. It's got a banjo steering wheel in it. And one of the unique features of this is the cycle fenders on the front. It turns with the wheels, and the bob fenders in the back. This is was a common practice from years ago when hot rodding was in its heyday early on, and they started getting in trouble for not running fenders on these cars. So to not break the law, they would bob the fenders and put those cycle fenders on the front, and just kind of do the bare minimum just to keep from Johnny Law from pulling them over.
They're handful. They ain't no doubt.
Here's another Chevy truck right here. This is from the Art Deco era of Chevy trucks. This looks like a 46. Y'all, I have found something extraordinary here at this cruise in. What have we got here, sir?
This is a 1907 Cadillac M.
Okay.
It's the real deal. It's a wood car. It's a one-cylinder car.
And this is chain driven, if I'm not mistaken.
Chain driven. There's no oil in the engine. It has a dripper system.
Okay.
So the oil leaks out through the main bearings. It gets on the chain and the flywheel, so it's self-lubricating. When we found it, it was a doctor's car. The car was sold by the doctor's estate in about 1943.
Uh-huh.
The people that we bought it from tore it apart, reupholstered the seats with leather, and didn't know how to put it back together. We bought it in '94. It had had 50 years of rain, termites, and rust. So you make everything. We made wheels, we made spokes, we made body parts, we made a head, we made a steering column, we made steering wheels, and anything else because you can't buy parts for it.
Yeah. A lot of brass on this car.
A lot of brass.
This is
Let that be a lesson to you guys. Don't ever buy a brass car because it takes 6 hours per show.
This is in fact from the era that they considered the brass era of
Another
cars.
thing this car has, a unique feature that a lot of people don't know. This car was built by two partners, the design of it. Henry Ford, as one name everybody knows.
Yep.
And Leyland. Leyland designed and built the engine. Henry Ford is the one pretty much with the chassis and the body. They didn't get along real well. So in the early 1900s, they split. The Ford Car Company now goes on to become the Ford Motor Company with the T.
Yep.
Leyland gets money behind him, says this engine's indestructible. It's now they have the Cadillac, which was named after the founders of Detroit. So
one unique feature about this car, y'all, the steering wheel is on the right side of the car, and that's kind of in an era where they still in flux. And of course, obviously, it's on the left-hand side of the vehicle nowadays, and that is the standard. But back then, you had cars, some of them had it on the right-hand side, some of them had it on the left-hand side.
it is nice driving it when it's on the right-hand side. Since we drive on the right side of the road, it's real easy to see the ditch.
Yeah.
And it's also the only car here to show tonight that the steering wheel's on the right side.
Yep. So this thing has got cutout exhaust. People think that that's a kind of a modern thing for hot rods, but tell me about that.
Okay, the reason this car here was fully equipped, it had all the lights, the lanterns, the horn, and the top. The cutout button, if you didn't get the horn option, the horses had the right of way in '07. You had to let the horses know that you were coming and pull over. If you push the cutout button down on the floor, there's a flap opens, bypasses the muffler, and it barks pretty good. Now, if I'm coming up the hill from the park, I'm going to push that button down because it gives me more power and it sounds cool. It's all about you know, the same reason they put it on the street rods.
That's
it's all
right.
about what it sounds like.
Everything old is new again.
Yes, sir. But all these people that think they're, you know, go to Summit Racing, we get the cutout exhaust. My car's 114 years old. I've got that.
Awesome. And so this is a one-cylinder car.
One cylinder, 2 spark plugs. The green part of the car is wood. The wheels are wood.
So
And the car in 1943 had over 100,000 miles on it when the odometer locked.
in 1943, this car had over 100,000 miles on it.
With no pavement. All
Wow.
mud roads.
That is impressive. Thank you for telling us about your car, sir.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Enjoy the show.
Y'all, I'm running out of daylight and there's still cars to look at here. Another nice little Chevy 2 Nova. I think this is a 1966 if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful yellow street rod Buick coupe right here. It's a 1937 Buick Special Coupe. One thing I'm really digging on these 60s cars with the dual headlights in the front, a lot of guys are replacing those low beams with fog lights. I think that's a really cool little detail. Y'all check out this Pro Touring Challenger right here. Got a late model Hemi in it. 5.7 liter.
And he liked
Awesome orange exterior on black interior. Got some updated bucket seats in there.
Yeah.
And some nice US mag wheels on it. Hey y'all, thanks for coming along with me and checking out some cool rides in little Livingston, Tennessee at this impromptu cruise-in. If you're in town in Livingston, if you're in this area, check out the Steel Coupe. Great place to eat. Till next time.
Y'all get out there and build something.
That's right. Y'all get out there and build something.